What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of LAMECast. I'm your host, Anthony, along with another host.
Anthony.
Along with another host.
Des.
Along with another host.
Yeah.
Yeah. And today we're going to talk about something that went around for like one night just earlier this week for us.
Yeah.
That was that Sandy Hook PSA.
Yeah.
That back to school commercial.
Yes.
Which I think is just fucking atrocious.
Dude, it was like one of those things you watch it. Like, yo, I honestly thought it was gonna be one of those things where it's like, you know, like showing like the back to school supplies and been like maybe like a kid like seemed like he was a little disgruntled and then someone came up like, hey man, are you all right? Like something like a little nice, like, you know what I mean? And it would have been like talk to your kids, and instead it was like a horror movie. Like,
You're right.
My only thing is, here's my only question. Number one, what is that foundation? What exactly are they doing? And I don't understand what the whole idea of the commercial was.
Yeah.
no, that's what I mean.
What is that?
That's what I mean. Like,
who are they trying to be like? Yo, there's an audience for this. Like, no, probably not.
no.
You know what I mean? It's a fucking.
I mean, where they're trying to gain awareness. There's a lot of awareness that there's.
Yeah, we know.
problem.
Yeah, we know about that.
You hear about fucking all the time.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, that's what I mean. Like, I thought, like, they were going to do, like, some message of, like, make sure, like, talk, you know what I mean, talk to your kids or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? But it was not. It was, like, straight up, like, horror movie. When it, like, because, like, dude, what's the first one? The kid's like, oh, yeah, his shoes are great. And all of a sudden he starts running. I'm like, what? And all of a sudden you hear gunshots and, like, kids running. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like,
it's almost like it's like getting ready for it. Like, it's that season.
Yeah.
It's fear mongering.
Yeah,
It is
I mean,
fear mongering.
it is.
Can't go to school without getting shot. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you can.
I mean, like, I have six younger siblings. You know what I mean?
Jesus
Like,
Christ.
yeah, I know. I
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I have six
God
younger.
damn.
I have six younger siblings, and 5 of them are in school. So like when I watch that, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, because one of the shootings, the fucking the weird kid from that everyone like knew about him. I call him weird because he just like he had that face that like he was ready to kill people, and like the one in Florida. Yeah, no one questioned. The FBI couldn't find him.
Oh, the one that the FBI knew about?
Yeah, the FBI knew about it. They couldn't find him. I can't remember.
There's so many of them.
It was 5 miles from where my sisters went to school.
There's so many of them. And that's why this PSA exists. There are so many of them.
Yeah.
But we know about them. I don't know.
Yeah.
You're not spreading awareness of things that people are
My
aware
thing
of.
is, it was like, if you see the signs, know the signs. It's like, well, you could have showed me a sign.
Yeah.
Like,
You could've
maybe.
showed- yeah.
I mean, yeah, I know if someone's walking around with a gun in my school.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a sign.
Like, that's a big sign.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That is the reddest flag.
Yeah, I think I was in middle school and someone wanted to remake a Columbine shooting.
Yeah, they
It
wrote a
wins
list
up.
and everything.
Yeah.
And they got arrested for it.
Yeah, and
so
then
we turned them in.
and then years later, someone wrote people writing joke lists and stuff like that on like the desks and stuff like that, and like
That was crazy.
It was all just wild. Like it's the same. Like, and that was Columbine was I don't know how long ago now, and like it's like school shootings become like a norm.
Columbine, I think that was in like '99.
Yeah.
That was
Was it that long?
time.
Was it
that long
Yeah,
ago?
dude, it was a long
Yeah,
time
Doom
ago.
was the big PC game at the time because that's
Yeah.
what they were playing.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think that was like in like
Yeah.
'99.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So
Like-
yeah, it's been 20 years
Yeah.
since that happened.
I mean,
it's been a while.
Holy crap! But it's like, yeah, it's you tend to wonder like what are they trying to do? Like, you know what I mean? Like, are they getting funding? Like, are they trying to get the shock value? You know what I mean?
I mean, they're obviously
Maybe.
trying to get people talking. I get that they're trying to get people talking,
Mhm.
Yeah,
but you know, the video could have been more useful if it was showing you, I don't know, signs to look for.
yeah.
Mhm.
Different ways other than like the
It
way
happening.
the way we're taught about it is
Yeah.
like in school.
Des couldn't even finish it.
Yeah.
No, it pissed me off too much because it's literally like they're selling school supplies. Like basically in the whole video they're selling like, oh, these socks are great, and the kid's bleeding out of his leg and he's trying to stop the bleeding with the sock, and it's like that's not warning signs for that to happen.
No,
You're literally watching that shit happen, and kids are watching this, parents are watching this.
I feel like they
I
were
feel
It's
almost
also
going.
desensitizing as well.
That's true,
Yeah.
but I almost feel like they just they were going for a satirical nature and fucking botched
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Like
they did.
realistically, like I'm not saying there is a funny way to go about that, but there is better ways
Yes.
than that.
Absolutely.
But I feel like they work almost going for like it's almost humorous in the sense, but like they just nosedived.
Yeah.
Like that, I see what they were going for. You did it wrong.
Yeah.
There really is no right way to do it.
There's got to be a better way.
But there's a better way.
There's
You know what I
gotta be a
mean?
better way.
Like
I enjoy some solidly dark humor. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? Like, but that was just like, it was almost like a 6th grader trying to be like, yo, watch how shocking this is going to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like that, like Marilyn Manson, like I smoke cigarettes behind the school kid made a edgy commercial.
Yeah, I mean, like the hardest part, like I think like the worst part was like the end is just a girl on the toilet texting like "I love you, mom."
Yeah, that was
like hiding in the bathroom, and I'm like,
Crying.
all right, like you took it to like the darkest moment you possibly could, without immediately like drawing the line. You know
I'll go ahead and say I can't even justify that. That one was. That was dark.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I get you're trying to shine light on a situation, but like there's a lot of light.
Yeah,
on
I mean,
the
like
situation.
they went as far as like they didn't even cut it there. Like they had it like the dude. You hear the dude open the bathroom door and you hear him walking in, and it's like, all right, so you're insinuating now that kid just got murdered. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that one I can't even try to be like, well, let's see what you're. No.
Is that going to be an ad I see like when I'm watching? I don't know, something on Hulu or something.
Yeah, like watch on YouTube or something like that. Also, like that's the commercial they posted. And then like there was like the craziest part, they were so proud of it. They felt that they had to put their name at the end, like the Sandy Hook Foundation. It's like, yeah, like if I were you, I probably wouldn't want to be associated with this.
Their
like
PR guy was sitting there with his clipboard just.
Although, you know what? I bet you it got millions of views. I bet you that page got millions of views.
You know how many people looked up the Sandy Hook Foundation after that?
Yeah, I didn't know. So apparently it got 2 million.
2 million views.
And like it's only been out like a couple days.
A few days.
Yeah.
Beginning of this weekend.
Yeah.
Or like Thursday, I think we saw.
I didn't even know about the Sandy Hook Foundation. Don't get me wrong. Like if you're September 17th, there you go. If that was your goal, was to draw attention to your Sandy Hook, you did it.
Well done.
You did it. Like congratulations. You're a piece of shit, but you did it.
Nope. I guess there's no such thing as bad publicity, technically.
Yeah,
you know
and then you got the guy. It was like a fashion runway show. Fashion shows I don't understand in the first place. Like they come out with some crazy stuff, but like someone was like,
people come out dressed in Legos.
Yeah, I mean someone literally made a Columbine and a Sandy Hook hoodie
and a Virginia Tech hoodie.
And Virginia Tech with holes in it.
They did that a couple years ago too, though. Someone, I think it was Old Navy or someone released. I think it was a Virginia Tech one, and it had the holes in it, and people were freaking out about it. And now it happened again. It's almost kind of like you knew what was going to happen. Good job getting that attention. Like it's already been done. You're just literally just taking the idea and being like, "Look what I did."
Yeah,
that was literally just for attention.
It always like these things. I understand if you're trying to get attention, but it feels like you're doing it just to try to get attention.
Yeah.
You're exploiting dead children.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah,
it's realistically what it comes down to. You're exploiting dead children.
Yeah,
it's fucked up.
And if anything, it's like it's no different than what they want in the first place. They want the attention. That's why they do it. You know what I mean? And if anything, now you just like you made them seem like superstars. Like you made them their own YouTube video.
They're
like
a brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
School shootings are a brand that people are going to try to profit off of.
Yeah.
Actually, when you put it that way, that's true. School shooting has become a brand.
It's terrible. I mean, but that's what those hoodies are. That's exactly what those hoodies are. That is easily a brand that people can
You know what, though?
Make money off of anything.
You know what, though? Someday, the people that do have those before they get discontinued, those are going to be worth so much money.
Oh, yeah.
For all the wrong reasons.
So you're saying buy now. Stock value for it's low now. Buy now.
No
financial moves.
Yeah.
You know, sell out a little bit. Buy it.
No.
I'm saying that shit someday that is going to be worth money.
No, 100%.
It's just like any serial killer merch is worth money. There used to be action figures of John Wayne Gacy, Ted Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer. That shit is worth money. Like it or not, that shit is worth the Museum of Death. I went to it when I was in California. Dude, they had so much shit that you're like, why the fuck would you want to see this? But at the same time, you're like, this is wild to see. You know what I mean? Like, in the long run, it is shock factor, and it is for money, and it does make money.
Mindhunter. The whole Netflix series now.
Glorifying... They make Edmund Kemper seem like a really nice guy.
They did Stoneman Douglas, they did Sandy Hook, Virginia Tech, and Columbine.
Now the Columbine one is just like, there's no way you can just be like, oh, we didn't realize what it looked like. Like that, the Columbine one just gives away what you have no plausible deniability.
No,
none at all.
No.
Sandy Hook too. I mean,
Sandy Hook, Virginia Tech, like.
But like to maybe like okay, Virginia Tech one you could well you know.
I mean
it was
think about it. As
it was
Columbine is the Mecca.
It was Urban Outfitters.
Like when you put if you put Columbine on something, you know exactly what you're doing.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. There's no excuses.
There's no I didn't think of it that way. Like yes, you fucking did.
Yeah.
and you knew there is a market for it. You knew what it was. It's shock factor, and there's people that buy into that.
I mean, I can see the hoodies and sweatshirts with just the name on them, but the fact that they have holes in them that are supposed to be bullet holes.
I mean, if you did it to like raise awareness, raise money for like charities or something like that.
That's literally what I was about to say. Yeah. If you're gonna sell a Columbine shirt if you're gonna do it right. Put the victims' names on the back, not the shooters, and donate the money to the families or the charities or whatever they have.
Kent State was the one that was Urban Outfitters. Not the others.
But still.
Either way, it's
whoever's
disgusting.
selling these.
You know what you're doing.
You're profiteering off of dead people. Dead children, dead teenagers, dead people trying to start their lives.
Yeah.
I'm glad your pockets are nice and thick.
Yeah.
Hopefully you could give to a charity.
Yeah.
At least.
Or at least give to me, because I'm broke.
Yeah. Like, it's messed up. Like,
I guess I'm profiteering too now.
But to come out right that way is just, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
That is fucked up.
I mean...
That gets attention.
I don't
want to keep saying the same point, but that's what it is.
Yeah. But don't get me wrong, there's things that people like pumped up kicks. Like, 90% of people don't know that's about Columbine, and they're just like, man, this song's a jam. Like, you know what I mean? But like...
Then you read the lyrics?
Yeah. Then you read the lyrics, like...
Oh, shit.
And it's like, alright, that's kind of dark. You know what I mean? Like,
kind of dark.
But like... I don't know. It didn't necessarily bring any more attention to the song because like no one really even talked about it. Like you know what I mean? That like
people talk about it now in conversations like this, I guess. But
yeah.
I get. There wasn't like a controversy.
Yeah, because they didn't go like
something.
Yeah, like this.
They didn't necessarily glorify it.
Yeah, I think that's why too.
You know, what I mean, it wasn't a glorification thing. It was. It was just kind of a song about it.
Yeah, which I mean that happens a lot. You know what I mean? Like because I mean. Shit, there's so many songs about serial killers and stuff like that, and like even some serial killers wrote songs, and people wouldn't even know.
Named after an unsolved murder.
Yeah,
so
yeah, there you go. But like, I don't know. It's just weird that like that's the state that everything's in. You know what I mean?
It's desensitization.
Yeah,
that's a big thing.
So another thing, like along the same lines of all that, is like when a lot of people give a lot of heat to the Joker movie and all that stuff. But now they're rebooting Suicide Squad again, which has gotten no heat at all for like them. They're not even attacking Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad reboot, like they're
such low expectations.
They're making criminals look cool. You know what I mean? But I'm saying like they tear up the Joker movie. You know what I mean? But like,
what did you describe it as anarchic or what? The Joker movie.
Oh, well, it's just different. It's like
people were saying like it's something like, with anarchy or something.
It's like an anti-drama. I mean, it's an anti-hero movie.
Yeah.
It's an anti-superhero movie, anti-genre movie is what I was saying.
Anti-genre.
I forget what you were saying. Someone was saying that it's a movie that's going to be a problem because of the betrayal.
Oh, the betrayal of... Yeah. Because I guess the way they're going to portray mental illness, and it's a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix has been reported that he's walked out of interviews when people bring it up.
Yeah, because like, that shouldn't be what it's about.
Yeah, it's not what it's about.
It's
like,
I
said, like, nobody wants Suicide Squad 2. Suicide Squad reboot. We want the Joker. We don't want... They're not learning from the extended universe fiasco. Like, no one wants it. Like, the first time they did horrible. Why try it again? Like, they clearly recasted Will Smith. With Idris Elba.
Because there is an entire audience that will see the name Harley Quinn and latch onto it.
Yeah. Oh, they got the Birds of Prey movie, but now the question with the Birds of Prey is like so.
That trailer was rough too. Chapter 2.
Yeah,
they did a trailer at Chapter 2. I know you didn't see it, but it was just a balloon, and then Harley Quinn comes out. I was like, "Aren't you sick of clowns?" I'm like, oh my god, no, don't do this to me, please. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. No, I'm dying. I'm dying.
His one arm went numb. He's like, oh.
I'm sick of zombie movies. I can tell you that much.
I'm not, because I'm fucking stoked for Zombieland 2, boy.
Not that kind of.
That's a comedy.
Yeah, that's a comedy.
Yeah.
There is no originality amongst a legit. If you try to make a legit horror zombie movie, it is so hard to come up with something original anymore.
Yeah.
I would like to see more movies like. Have you ever seen Behind the Mask? I know you've seen it.
It's a good one.
Behind the Mask: The Rise of Leslie Vernon.
No.
It's like a mockumentary in a world where like Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers actually exist.
Ooh, oh, that's kind of
It's
cool.
like a dude trying to make a name for himself as Leslie Vernon.
That sounds interesting.
It's amazing. Like they basically like walk you through how they do it.
Too.
Yeah.
Creep was.
You can say Creep Story like that in the same sense of being a character study of someone.
Yeah.
As like that. But
someone longer down the line.
Yeah,
someone that's already done it.
Yeah.
Like almost a sequel to it.
No.
See, like my whole thing is like they rebooted this, right? Which a lot of movies get rebooted, but this is like
this was just out 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not even
It
that
did
old.
terrible. No one has any fond memories of it.
no.
Everyone wanted it to be burned to death with fire.
Mhm.
The casting was terrible.
Yeah.
The writing was terrible.
Yeah.
The shots were terrible.
It
was
The
all
movie
awful.
was boring.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my god! Don't get me started about the CG fight at the end.
Oh my god.
What about the CG fight? At the
Oh
end?
my god! It was tacked on. It was tacked on for money. That's
it
what
was
it was.
awful. It was awful, dude. I think the worst part too was like, yo, with no context at all. Diablo all of a sudden was just like,
We're
you know
family.
what? You're my familia now. I'm not gonna lose anyone else. And I'm like, bro, you don't fucking care. I was like, they probably would have caught ice on you like 20 fucking months ago. You know what I mean? Like, let's say you did get caught. You're probably in there because of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you take the one Spanish villain and like you turn him into like this anti-hero, but like you don't care about them. You don't know them. They're in separate cells. Like
They hated each other
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
whole movie
Yeah.
until he was like, "We're family now."
Yeah.
Mhm.
That doesn't make sense.
Like, are you trying to get the Spanish audience in?
Yeah.
Because, like, when I heard that shit, I'm like, I ain't fucking care about them motherfuckers. Like,
This dude don't even know these guys.
It doesn't.
Like the film was so bad at a fundamental level, and
It
then
really
they
was.
threw the Joker in there. Really, the Joker was apparently supposed to be the original villain of that movie.
which would have made sense. Because
It
there's
made
shots that don't make
Nope,
sense.
not at
Yeah,
all.
I mean, there's no
At the end-
reason for him to be in there.
No, at the end when Harley jumps on the...
Sounded like he was
yeah.
on Xanax the whole time.
Yeah, Harley jumped on the helicopter at the end.
Yeah, that was
Like,
dumb. Anyway, yeah.
There were a lot of stupid choices in that movie.
Apparently they
Yeah.
cut out like 90% of his part in the
Yep.
movie. Apparently he's supposed to be the villain, but then the studio's like, you know what? CG fights sell.
What was the
Let's
bitch's
throw
name?
one in.
Enchantress?
Enchantress.
Yeah.
God awful.
And then,
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, it was Enchantress and her brother.
Yeah.
was it her
And it
brother?
was just
I don't
straight...
even
Yeah,
remember.
because her brother was a giant
Not a
CGI
memorable
tornado.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I remember that stupid shit.
It was like, oh my god, what movie was that?
I said it earlier.
Was it the Brave Little Toaster with the hurricane that came through?
Brave Little Toaster had a gust of
A gust of
wind.
wind.
Yeah.
Take a blanket. Yes.
That's essentially the same villain
Yeah.
in Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
It's a gust of
Look at
wind.
that.
Yeah, Brave Little Toaster villain, dude.
I said
Oh
it
my
earlier,
God.
dude. I've seen that movie like 3 times, but I don't think I've ever actually seen it.
The movie was
Yeah.
formulaic.
Yeah.
It was forgettable.
Absolutely.
It was definitely like checking boxes the whole time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They tried to make it like Guardians of the Galaxy, but just failed and just made an hour-long music video in the beginning of it.
Yeah.
It was fucking horrendous.
Yeah.
I hate it so much to this day. I get a little angry when I talk about
I
it.
know. What about Killer Croc
Don't look at me,
watching?
I'm not getting-
What about Killer Croc watching BET?
Dude, what about Killer Croc having a gigantic head and
A
an
tiny
anorexic
body.
body?
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
was
No,
smaller
he had a
than all the
tiny
other
head.
actors.
He had a tiny head and a big body. It was,
Not really, though.
No.
He looked like a Goomba from the Super Mario movie.
It depended on the size.
No, he looked like a Goomba from the Super Mario
But I'm
movie.
saying it depended on the shots, though.
Yeah, it did.
Because
The
they
shot,
never made it
none of the
work.
shots were the same. Like, he was
You
different
could tell,
in every
you
shot.
could tell where the reshoots were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he
It's like a
wasn't the
Costco
same.
commercial.
He was shorter
Yeah.
than everyone.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
was terrible.
Yeah.
It was terrible. They tried to go for that light humor, but they failed miserably.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Failed.
Captain Boomerang was the only good part
Captain
of it.
Boomerang was the only saving grace, and he was only a saving grace because he was just funny enough to get by. Every other character just shouldn't have did that.
Yeah.
He was the bare bones minimum, and that was just enough for me.
Dude,
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
That was the only thing you could latch onto in that movie.
Yeah.
The only thing.
Yeah, he was the only likable part of that movie.
Harley Quinn,
Yeah.
Deadshot,
Yep. And like I said, like
I'm gonna save the world.
yeah.
Well, it was Will Smith. So.
Recasting
Fuck Will Smith.
recasting Idris Elba as Deadshot is not gonna save the movie.
It's better than having
It's better than having Will Smith.
playing.
Yeah, I'd
because
rather watch Idris
maybe,
Elba.
Maybe
Well,
Idris Elba will play a
I
bad
love
guy
him.
like he's supposed to.
Yeah. There's like
Well, you know.
I love Will Smith, but you can't cast Will Smith as a villain. You can't.
He doesn't do that.
No.
No.
He doesn't do that.
No, which is clear because the script clearly
I'm trying
got
to think
taken.
if I can think of a situation.
What, Hancock, where he was
No,
kind of an
no,
asshole.
He was just an alcoholic superhero.
Yeah.
I.e. not a
Can
villain.
you name a single movie where Will Smith wasn't the hero in his tale?
No, I'm trying to think of a situation where I can imagine Will Smith as the villain.
If
None.
someone killed Uncle Phil in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air,
Yo,
He would be the hero.
he probably would have came
He
back.
would go and like Liam Neeson everybody.
Yeah. Probably.
That's true.
So he would technically be a hero.
Yeah.
basically, they would have to write a completely abhorrent character, completely appalling character, and just cast Will Smith with no redeeming qualities, or else he'll always be the hero of the story.
Yeah.
Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
Like, he's got to be like someone that kills children.
Yeah.
He's got to be a school shooter.
Yeah.
I'm not making a joke. I'm serious.
No, I
Like,
know.
That's
it's
the
just
only
funny
way. That's
that-
the only way you're
Like,
gonna
you
make him into a villain.
I'm trying to picture like
You
I
can't
Will
picture Will
Smith
Smith
as like
as
a serial
villain.
killer math teacher or
No.
something. I'm just like, nah, man.
No, Will Smith is always a good guy,
Yeah.
and he's got charm. He's
Yeah.
got a good guy charm. He's got an
Yeah.
aura to him. you know?
Yeah, I like
He's got
it
his
about Will
character.
Smith. You know what I mean? Like,
But
it's like
not good
he's
casting for
No.
Suicide Squad. That's
No.
the point. It's not good casting.
no. It's like Ryan Reynolds. Like, I can't picture him being a villain.
Mm,
I could.
yeah,
You
I
could?
could see him
They were
being
to make
like
a
a
Far Cry
psychotic.
movie and needed a
That's
smart mouth.
that's a different kind of villain. That villain was
Well, that
he
would
was
be Ryan
extremely,
Reynolds.
but he was extremely likable.
It would
in
be,
ways.
that's how you would have to have Ryan Reynolds as the villain. He would have
Yeah.
to be that likable, quick mouth.
Yeah,
like,
but in Suicide Squad, that's not.
Handsome Jack. He could have
that's-
been Handsome Jack now.
He could have
Yeah.
been handsome. Oh my
And
god,
then-
he could be handsome.
Yeah.
Jack.
And then he's a villain.
Yeah. But Handsome Jack is such a likable villain. He was such
But
a
he's
piece
still
of
a
shit.
He's
villain.
such a piece of shit, but he's a
He's-
likable piece of
he's so-
shit.
yeah.
but he's killed
His
thousands.
demeanor. Well, I'm saying like everything that motivated him to become who he was.
It's
Like
not his fault.
no, I
Okay.
mean no, I'm saying like you see the turning point. You know what I mean? Where you still hate Handsome Jack, but Handsome Jack was like damn, like can you imagine if this turning point in his life was different? It's the same thing with Mindhunter. If that turning point in their life went a different way, would they not have become the killers that they are? Deadshot. He's an assassin. He gets paid to kill people. Like
Yeah.
there's no redeeming quality of that.
Do you guys think in Mindhunter, Edmund Kemper's kind of made out to be like
He's made out to be a good dude.
Yeah.
like a good dude?
Mhm.
Like,
He was just corrupted by his mom.
Yeah.
you guys know what he did?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did horrible things.
Yeah.
He did horrible things.
Awful things, like
Yeah.
the chapstick in the door handle, so he didn't have to lock it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's-
He did horrible things. Like I'm just like, there is the truth to anything though that any villain or any horrible person there was a turning point in someone's
Okay.
life. Like no one was born evil. Like some people are born fucked up, but like if they get somewhat put on the right path, you know what I
There
mean?
is a 10-year-old child that was a serial killer in like India. That
Yeah.
killed 3 people.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
at like 10 years old.
That's
So, like,
crazy. That's where the
Totally
nature.
possible. People are just born bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nature versus nurture.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
yeah.
that's something that could be debated.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of killers where you have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know,
It's very obvious why Henry Lee Lucas did what he did.
Yeah. But it's like we're
Son of Sam.
we're going crazy. Okay, you know what? We're gonna bring
No.
bring
No.
the serial killer talk back at another time, but
Okay.
because we're talking about villains.
Okay.
I'm saying because we're
Talk
talking
about villains, and you naturally go to the real life villains.
Yeah, you really go. Yeah,
The
I mean,
real life.
If you want to talk reality, let's talk reality.
Yeah. I mean, like, because like even like Batman is when you compare Batman and Spider-Man are pretty much the same.
How?
Like their villains are relatable. Their villains Their villains became who they were because of something.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I'm saying the way
Batman and Spider-Man's tones are different.
I'm talking about the way they're structured.
Yeah, I got what you're
So like with Suicide Squad, I can understand you trying to give a little bit of backstory to like why they became villains and stuff like that, because some of them have like a relatable background. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, that sucks. But you're at the end of the day, you're not supposed to. If it's a movie just about villains, you're not supposed to feel 100% bad.
And let's face it, no one in that movie was Mr. Freeze, so no one was all that relatable.
Yeah.
No.
Mr. Freeze is just trying to save his wife, damn it.
Yeah.
He's the real victim here.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's just, you made a villain. I don't want to watch a movie about villains saving people.
No.
I want them to be villains.
Yeah.
Nah, I would love to have movies like that where it's just like I like movies like The Witch and Hereditary where like it doesn't end on a happy note.
Mm.
Yeah.
I love when they do
like
that.
I like the Joker movie. It comes out in like 2 weeks. I don't expect it to end on a happy note. I don't expect to go like I know the Joker. The Joker's background's been done a million times, but like you know what you're getting going in on the Joker. Like you've seen you, but like you want to feel bad for him, but you don't know if he's lying to you. You know what I mean?
I feel like they won't make it. They'll make it end on a good note in a Joker way. Like they will have him doing something horrible that is portrayed as a nice thing. You know what I mean?
Well, I think that's what the whole argument is with like why that film is going to be controversial. It already is, and the movie's not even fucking out yet.
Yeah.
But the problem with it is people think a main character in a story is the hero of the story.
Yeah.
That is not like the Joker is not the character you should look up to in that movie.
No. That's the same thing, and that's the same thing with Suicide Squad. You shouldn't be looking up to these characters. You know what I mean? People shouldn't want to be.
Sorry, you had like a stray hair
out
the corner of my eye. I thought you just had like something hanging off your head. I thought you just had like a hair hanging. I was going to grab it, and I realized it's actual hair on your head.
It's a tuft of hair.
Mm-hmm. No. The single one. The single one that I noticed.
There you go. All right, here it is. I got it. There you go.
Thank
you. There you go. So now Boot can.
Thank you.
You all right? You all right? Yeah. That's how they're born. That's how they're born. How villains are born.
You're right though. You don't always have to feel good about the main character.
Well, I mean that's why another reason why Suicide Squad didn't really work for me.
Yeah.
They try to make everyone likable.
They're not supposed
to be.
You're not.
And you're holding my hand to try to make them likable the whole time.
You shouldn't.
I'm stupid, so I should like them. Like that's what the movie said. It's like you're stupid. Here's things. You're stupid. You like them. Why? They're merchandise.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's what I'm saying. Like kids.
I really don't like that movie.
No, kids should not want to be because a young kid watches that movie. They go, man, Deadshot's a really great guy in the comics. Like, and kids like, I want to grow up to be Deadshot. He was great in Suicide Squad.
It's like people idolizing the relationships between Harley Quinns and the Jokers, and like the Joker's only killed Harley Quinn so many times in the comics, and like abuses her all the time too. Is that the relationship you want?
Right, and Harley Quinn has killed people that they've destroyed.
Stupid.
They've destroyed the city of Gotham together, and like I don't know how many times, blown up buildings.
Yeah, and I shouldn't even make Harley Quinn she's not really a victim either. She's also evil.
Yeah,
yeah,
literal serial.
Yeah, every single one in every single one of those people in Suicide Squad has killed people. Like you know what I mean? And they were like, these people are great. We're gonna use the villains, and they're gonna be the heroes.
Play some Eminem, take her shirt off.
Yeah, hide their rap sheets of all the horrible things they've done. Like Killer Croc has probably crunched enough people to be like, he's not a great guy.
Especially because they're doing these good deeds to save people, and they're like, so this is so you could get back on the streets. You lose 5 years of jail time now. Like, oh, so you're gonna put murderers back on the streets because they did a good job.
Good.
Oh yes, thank you, Gotham PD.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you have the problems you have now.
You can't just haggle jail time, Gotham.
Yeah, just so Batman can come up, beat him up again,
or whatever prison it is. But I just assume it's Gotham because
Arkham.
Yeah, it has to be Arkham
Asylum.
Can you imagine how often the cops are like, who the fuck let the Riddler out again?
Yeah. Well, no, like I don't know. He just told me, can I solve this riddle? And I just got really confused. I just sat there for a while, and next thing I know, he was gone.
Next thing I know, I was in the cell.
Handed me a Rubik's Cube filled with sleeping gas. Huh? What was I supposed to do? Not solve it?
He was putting all kinds of stuff on the wall. I love those puzzles. You ever play Nancy Drew?
Like, play Nancy Drew.
I love the Riddler.
Man. Bob
That's
that's
a
5 kids.
That's a great villain that like.
A terrible movie adaptation.
Yeah, had terrible movie adaptation.
I mean, I love Jim Carrey, but
I love it. Yeah.
Jim Carrey's he's a wild dude now.
He is a wild and crazy guy.
He is wild and crazy guy.
Yeah.
Oh, and apparently they want to. There's rumors going around they want to reboot Princess Bride.
I heard about that.
Why?
Because the people are running out of
money.
movies to reboot, and Disney is just starting a new trend of rebooting, and it's just gonna be awful.
This is what I said.
I'm tired of it.
I used to get angry about reboots and all that, but it doesn't affect the original.
No, it doesn't affect the original, but it's like, why not build? Why not build like the Ghostbusters? The Ghostbusters reboot. Why not build off the original Ghostbusters?
Consider that building. You talking about the one with all women?
Yeah, I'm saying why wouldn't instead of I
haven't seen it.
No,
so.
it was awful.
The movie tanked so
But
hard.
I'm saying
that movie wasn't that good either.
no, but I'm saying like imagine if you took it from the point of Ghostbusters 2, and then they came in and they met the Ghostbusters and then they handed them off. Like, all right, you know, like did some building in that way instead of trying to rework the original characters into a new movie.
They're kind of doing that with.
They're doing a new Ghostbusters.
They're kind of doing that with the new Black Christmas movie.
Yeah, they are.
Black Christmas.
Black Christmas is it's like the first one of the first slasher movies.
The original slasher, I believe.
Well, people would say that Psycho could be too. In a
That's
way,
true. Yeah.
But Psycho was more like a psychological horror.
Yeah, but people can say that.
Yeah, I mean,
people
it was
like
a night.
kind of it was a slasher.
But
Just
Black
not
Christmas
like
was
Scream.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys know Halloween.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone knows Halloween.
Yeah, well, that was stolen from the director of Black Christmas, who also directed A Christmas Carol. Facts.
Christmas Carol.
Yeah, you'll shoot your eye out.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Christmas Story.
That is a
Christmas story. Rather. Yeah, Christmas Story.
I was
Sorry, I was wrong. But
Yeah,
you'll shoot your eye out.
I had the leg lamp at home.
But anyway, yeah,
Really?
they're rebuilding that movie, and it's going to be like a slasher, but now they're like, oh, it's a cult.
I just don't understand where the hell they're going.
He was
with
just
it.
a serial killer.
Yeah.
He's an escaped mental patient.
Yeah.
Living in the walls, looked like it had like part of the Gangrene Gang from Powerpuff Girls.
But now it's like he's, it's not even that he is just a group of cultists.
It's a cult now.
Yeah.
In a college hierarchy. Like, yeah, that's dumb.
How do you kind of get into another subject here, but I actually want to ask: did you see the guy that did Evil Dead remake is doing a Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Another one?
He's also the guy that made Don't Breathe, which was an atrocious film.
Yeah.
Well, he also made
Evil
Dead.
He made the Evil Dead reboot. That was good.
Evil Dead reboot.
And Texas Chainsaw Massacre is due for a good movie. There's been so many bad ones.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though, is the original remake is probably my favorite movie.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
anytime I hear like, oh, another TCM coming out, I'm like, damn it.
Yeah.
I'm never excited for it.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, because I have high hopes, but
Yeah.
his last movie too, he did the Girl in the Dragon Tattoo sequel, the girl with the spider or something.
Yeah.
The girl that kicked the hornet's nest,
Yeah, whatever it was.
or the girl that played with fire.
It was like the 4th or 5th book. I don't know what the title was.
I think it was the girl that kicked the hornet's nest or something.
Either way, he like skipped and just made his own Girl with Dragon Tattoo. But it was like the 4th book, say, and it was terrible too.
Yeah.
That was terrible too.
Well, maybe he's only good at building. Well, didn't Sam Raimi have a part in the?
Sam Raimi was a producer. I don't know how much say he had in it.
Yeah. Well, he might have helped guide
he would
him.
at least be like
I'm sure he was.
Yeah, he was probably like, no, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Yeah. But I thought it was great. The only thing I think that they missed an opportunity was when it fucking started pouring all the blood.
No, no,
It was
no.
just like something like completely campy. Like
there would have been 2 reactions to that. Like, dude, this is awesome. Or like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I would have just loved it.
I
would've been
wish they
great.
had
Yeah.
the original after credits thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The original after credits for that movie was your heroiness,
Yeah.
your hero of the stories, walking down the street. She's only got one hand. Obviously, she's bleeding.
Yeah.
And you see an S-Mart truck driving up.
Yeah.
Deadlight's chasing her,
Yeah.
and you know who comes out the window? Ash.
Yeah.
Oh, Ash Williams blows the dead out of the way. Says groovy. That's it. That's the way the film ends.
Oh my god.
Bah!
Rest in peace, Ash vs. the Evil Dead.
Rest in peace. Probably that character.
Yeah. Yeah, he said he retired.
Even though now he's talking about doing it again, but
I know. Who knows?
who knows? There's a market there, but apparently it wasn't good enough to keep it on TV.
Well, they shouldn't have put it on Stars.
They shouldn't put it on Stars.
They
If
should've
that was
put
on
it
HBO, that'd still be on right now. That's a whole
Probably.
different
Yeah.
thing.
Or the Amazon.
That was on anything else other than Stars. Who has Stars?
It's expensive to have Stars. It's
I
expensive.
don't even know if Stars was still a thing.
It is.
It is a thing. They got
It's
nothing.
expensive.
They got American Gods. That show's crazy. I told you about that. That's the one with the woman that envelops people into her vagina.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, you brought that up.
Yeah, it's a
before.
show. It's a show on Stars. It's
I
wild.
want to
No.
watch.
It's called- it's
What's
called-
that you said?
That's not even like a plot point.
Yeah.
That is just like some crazy thing that happened in that show. Like the show's just like an
I still want to
amalgamation
watch.
of
Yeah.
crazy things all thrown together.
Yeah.
And I'm looking the whole time like,
That's like that one movie where the one chick cut off her clit.
what was that?
What the fuck was it
the
called? It was
green-
on Netflix.
That was on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Chick
on
cut off her
Netflix.
clit.
And it had God, what's his name? I can't remember his name.
Gotta give
William
us more
Dafoe.
than
Yeah.
William
that.
Dafoe.
Talking about Antichrist.
Yes, Antichrist.
Oh.
Where you see Willem Dafoe's dick first
Yes.
shot of
Yep.
the
Yeah.
movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
That's a Lars von Trier.
That was a weird movie.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
That's all weird. But
That dude's weird.
what's not weird is liking, comment, and subscribing on our social media pages and on our YouTube.
You
You
know,
see,
like
like how
weird. Segways.
Segway.
Segways are natural.
It's just the way of the world.
Yeah.
It is the way of the world. But thank you for joining us on another episode of LAMECast
Yes.
podcast.
Yes.
Boy.
Yes, please
Yeah.
tune in next week where we'll talk about something better.
Yeah, maybe, possibly, sort
Something
of.
more positive.
Maybe.
Maybe something slightly more positive.
Hopefully, if the world's positive next week.
Yeah.
It's not gonna
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be.
Psych. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.